So now let's enhance our BPUI application with custom. So there are various possible options to enhance the standard UIBB. Option 1, using customize option. Next, enhance. Next, CBA, context based adaptation. And then deep copy, which is not relevant for this scenario, but yeah, there is an option. So deep copy, we already created custom UA application by copying the standard application. So this will be used only for the custom UA application creation. Okay, not to enhance the standard UA application. So, but why I mentioned here means because sometimes, and if you need to enhance the standard UI application with multiple UABBs and you need to remove something, if there is a huge change required, then we don't disturb the standard one. Rather, we copy that and add our required UABBs or remove the things. That's why this is also considered as one of the enhancement options. But in our case, this is not recommended to add a simple one custom UABB. Now next, context-based adaptation. So this is mainly used like if you would like to control the UI behavior based on some parameters. Like for example, step 0, requester level, you want some of the fields to be not available, okay, hidden, or some UABB should be hidden, or some UABB should be displayed, or based on the company code, or based on the plant. That is the context. What is the current context? Current state of the master data in the current CR. Based on that, if you would like to control the dynamic behavior of the UABB, we'll be going with the CBA. There is a separate session for CBA. I'll be providing that. And then enhance option and customize option. So these two are more relevant for our current scenario. So you can use these two in case if you want to add additional attributes to the existing UABB, or if you want to add additional UABB completely, you can use both of them. But when we go with the customize option, when we go with the enhance option, that you should understand. The common common scenario, like in few projects you see, the same system might be having different clients, development client and unit test client and configuration client, something like that. So in few scenarios, like you may be required the UI enhancement to be available in only certain clients, not for all the clients. In that case, that is the customizing. Okay, client customizing. So then we go with this customize option. And sometimes we want the changes to be applicable across the environment for all the clients. Then we go with the enhancement. That is one scenario. Another scenario, usually if there are any minute changes, not major changes, then we prefer to go with the customizing. Otherwise, we will go with the enhancement option. And one difference, for every UIBB, you can have only one customizing, but you can have multiple enhancements. Okay. On top of one enhancement, you can build another enhancement like that. But usually in the real time, we go with the one enhancement. Otherwise, there will be so many inconsistencies, and adaptations also much not preferred due to the performance issues. And customizing enhancement, usually from my experience, like mostly we go with the enhancement. And if there are minute changes, small changes, we just choose the customizing. Okay. So now, since ours is the custom UABB completely, maybe we would require to go with the enhancement option. So how we can go ahead with the enhancement option? First, you need to identify what is the application. Okay. What is the main application that you would need to enhance for your custom requirement? Okay. That is important. Now, let's figure it out. So there are various ways. You go to MDG IMG. I will tell you the easiest way also. Classic mode. And process modeling. Business activities. Standard definition. First. Choose the BO type. So here very important that you are enhancing the right application. Now you see, create and change, there is no specific logical action. Okay. So here you see business activity is mentioned, BPP1. Now the UI application is BPR, and for all the logical action there is a common one, BP. Now if you go back to custom definition, there is nothing. So this is one way to identify. This would be a little confusing, but the easiest way is go to NWBC or Fury, whatever. So or you can refer to the standard guide also. But sometimes there are chances like we might uh, use the, or we might override the standard UI configuration with some other application also. That's the reason we prefer to choose from the system what is currently being in use in the system. So let me go with the new. Go to the technical help, and this is the application configuration. Okay. So application configuration BSPP OVP. Here, so here you may get some challenge, not challenge exactly, some config issue like if I open anything in the display mode, There are chances like different applications were configured here in the backend. The business activities, I had shown you one configuration, right? So here now, for all create, change, display, only this is configured. Sometimes in the custom definition, we might have configured this one for display change and this one maybe for create, like that. So you just need to ensure for all it is the same. Otherwise, if you enhance the BSOP BP, but here it is maintained as BP OEP all, so that UABB will not be displayed here in the display mode. Okay, just be careful. That's it. That's the only thing you just need to double check. Change also, I'm just validating. Okay. So it's a consistent. No need to worry about that now. So we got the application. Sorry, it is web developer application. We got the application and the application configuration. This is for create, display, and change. For all, it's the same. Now, what is the enhancement technique we are choosing? I go with the enhance option. So the remaining you will see in the other scenarios. Okay, customize CBA, deep copy we had already seen. Now go to the application. I think I closed it down. So this is our application and this is the application configuration. So you need to decide where you want to add your UIBB. Let's say this is the main page. And let's say I want to add my UIBB for the branch code under the BP details, next to BP details. Okay. So position of custom UIBB. Main page next to BP details UIBB. This is a composite UIBB. Combination of UIBBs. That's it. Okay. After this, I want my UIBB to be available. So now, since as we know, like for creating any UIBB, we need to have the feeder class, right? So we want, since ours is one-to-one, we need to create as a form. So there is a standard feeder class, BP form feeder class. If you don't want any enhancement in the feeder class, you can reuse the same standard feeder class. Otherwise, we need to go with the custom feeder class. So here they have mentioned for the list, but we need for the form. Same thing, just to replace the list with the form. CLBSPP. This is the standard feeder class. You can reuse that directly. You can link this with the UAVV. If you want to enhance, you can. If you want to inherit, you can inherit it. Okay. I'll inherit it because we need to handle some logic. Custom form feeder class. Let me inherit. Yeah, I want to go with this class name. Let's see if it is already exist. No. Create. Okay. These are all the standard methods. If you want to redefine anything, you can redefine. Otherwise, it's okay. If you don't redefine anything, the standard logic will get executed. Next. So we need to enhance get data method. So I will just redefine that method. Remaining, I will go with the standard. So let's redefine our just call the standard. I think we are calling the standard logic also because it is a form feeder. First we'll call the super logic execution. Then we'll on top of that we will have our custom logic. Okay, in case if you don't write the custom logic also, it's fine. Okay, so feeder class is ready. Now we can enhance the UI. So here we need to add our custom UAVB. Here you go to the other functions, enhance. If you want to create customizing or deep copy, you can go ahead. I will go with enhancement. This is the enhancement. Okay, enhancement is created. Now we need to add the custom UABB. Just expand this PP section. And always notice there is some framework issue. Sometimes you may switch to the original configuration. Ensure like you are under the enhancement here. Okay. Now here just select this first. If you don't select, then it will go in wrong direction. Under the BP section, form UABB. Okay. So by default, it will add at the last position. Okay, now we just change this sequence maybe to the second position to get it next to the BP details. You see it automatically adjusted. Config ID. Okay, just like how we created the UABBs in our custom UI application, same way here also. So let's say Z MDG BP branch code from UABB. UABB configuration. Title, branch code. Okay, we need to configure the UABB. Choose package or local object, anything is fine. Now we'll enter the feeder class. This is our feeder class. Okay, feeder class parameters. Sorry. Bupa, main component you need to choose. And under that, you can see all the objects sort in descending order. We got this one. So everything is, because this is the root component for all the enhancements, you need to choose the root one, editable. Okay. And click on OK. So these are unnecessary. We can remove this, delete. And this description for default branch code, we don't need any description for default branch code. And default branch, I will reposition to fourth row. It to B, C to D. Okay. So also we can reposition if you want. code description. Since it is a description, I will make it little longer. And section name, you just change. So the group name I am changing to maybe branch code details. Okay, save. And this is a UAVB. I'll just take a snap of this. So it's done. Save. Now go back. So here they have followed a different approach for the list. Okay. They were created directly through SE80 and all, but like we said, it may lead to some confusion. So better go with the FPM application directly. So here we need to configure the wiring parameters. I mean, we need to create the wire. So this is the connector class that we can use bool relation. Okay. So now we need to create the wire. So here my suggestion is like you come out of this one first. Okay, after creating the UAVB. Now you see it is not reflected. If you choose enhance also, it won't reflect it. There is some standard issue. So just come out completely, launch it again. Now we can see the custom UAVB. Okay, let me choose our enhancement. So we have option for creating new enhancement also. But let's choose the existing one only. Now I will configure the wiring. Come down, wire schema, add wire. To choose the source config, BP root. In their example, they have chosen the linkage from company code because they want to create, they created the entity under the company code. So you just need to properly choose what is your source config. It should reflect the Genil and your data model relation. BP root. The target config should be our custom UAVB. Okay, I'll just sort in descending order. This one. Port type, lead selection. Standard. So connector class is this one, CL BSBP connector bold relation. For BP, they have given those classes standard. So this is the one, second one. Now you see relationship got automatically reflected. We have defined the relationship at the Gini level, right? So the Gini relationship got reflected here automatically. So if that's why the UI reflects, UI is based on your Gini design. If you configure the Gini relationship incorrectly, so here also this behaves weirdly. Okay, let's save. Okay, now go back. So it's done. Now just need to verify if you launch it again whether you can be able to see that or not. Okay, our custom form UAVV is there. Then let's check the wiring. So wiring also exists. Okay, now let's close. Okay, now we got the UABB, but is in the display mode. So because we haven't implemented the logic in the handler class and feeder class, right? So next we need to implement the logic in the handler class to get this enabled. And these are the buttons, standard UAV buttons for the form UAV also. We just need to hide these buttons. For that, we need to enhance the logic in the feeder class. So we'll take a break and we'll do the code business logic implementation in both of the classes, and then we'll do one round of testing. Before taking the break, any questions from anyone?
Yeah, Venkat, two questions. One is regarding this when you open the main that configuration. I don't know the meaning of edit pages. What do you mean by edit pages and dialog pages? It was coming with the main page below the main pages.
So here, if you see, if you add some role, or let me go to the address, whatever. So let's say maintain India. So in the list, this is added, that is applicable for list. Details means it is the details page. If you go to click on the details, it will open the detailed view. This is one page configure. And if you click on the edit, it will open the edit page. This is also a configuration. So that is linked in the UAVB level. And dialog box is nothing but in case if there are any pop-ups configured in the standard, those are the dialog boxes pages.
Okay, so edit pages are basically those details pages where we click the details.
Correct, correct.
Okay, and other thing is that Venkat, you just pass the variables, same variables to the same variables. What do you mean by that in the class? You just
Same variables means same variable. I don't understand what you are saying.
the signature variables you passed it into the importing and parameters or exporting
Where?
parameters in
Where?
the I think feeder class. I think
I did not pass any variables.
um, in importing, right? You like uncommented the importing and exporting, and it was some I underscore something equal to I underscore something.
That is a method call. I think you missed that. You did not listen. Since we are redefining this one, we need to call the superclass method. So whatever parameters are coming here, we just need to pass that out. That's it.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, so I think it's 11:30 now, if I'm not wrong there. Sorry, 11:40. Is that correct?
Yeah, 11:40.
Okay, let's meet after 10 minutes, 11:50.